Hi everyone and welcome to my healing session. My name's Antonia Harmon. I think most of you have seen me on the Mark Atwood show, and wasn't that fun? I've had such a tremendous response from it. I thought I was being a bit too wild with what I was saying about all the AI and Satan and all these crazy concepts, but it seems that I found my audience, and you guys like it, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm really glad because I've been a bit tentative about saying some of these crazy things for quite a long time, simply because I've been too far down the rabbit hole for a while and a little bit too far ahead of the curve, and it's sort of repelled people, and people have just gone, what the hell is she going on about? I did a trade show years ago, Mind Body Spirit, and I did this huge healing on everyone. Everyone was so gobsmacked. They didn't even talk to me afterwards. It was just that much too advanced for them that they just couldn't really handle it. So I'm really glad that it's making more sense to people, and everyone's sort of got down the rabbit hole, and this is definitely the right audience. So thank you guys. So lovely to meet you all. Alrighty, so we're going to have some fun tonight. I'm going to be dissolving some traumas and showing you what I do and putting my money where my mouth is, because I did a lot of talking and not much showing when I did Mark's show last week. So sorry, I'm getting people in. That's what I'm doing when I'm fiddling around. So we are going to be having some fun and dissolving some traumas. So let me tell you initially, because I'm just getting all these people in. What should we start? Where should we start? Right, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. So we're going to make sure everyone's in, give it another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to still people's minds. Now, stilling the mind is a really cool technique. So, meditation, and one of the things about meditation is having a still mind or quietening your mind. That's one of the big premises. I know there's nuances and different ways of doing it, but one of the big ideas behind it is stilling people's minds. And it's blooming difficult to do. Most people are unable to do it. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. And frankly, it's quite boring if you're just doing that version of meditation. So I have an idea that the chatter in your brains isn't actually you. It's actually multidimensional beings who are feeding on your emotional energy, which is known as loosh. So what they do is they say all sorts of nonsense to you. They say you're not enough of this, you're too much of that, and they reverse cheerlead you. They say horrible things to you to make you feel insecure. And then you have all these thoughts going around your head. So there are different versions of these beings. Some of them are just saying rubbish in the back of your head. So it sounds like you're in like a train station and there's just nonsense conversations happening behind you. And some of them are actually nasty and self-deprecating talk. And most people have at least a murmur of noise, or someone with anxiety has got a huge amount of self-deprecating talk, or nervous, oh, what's going to happen, and worrying about this or that. So my hypothesis, which I'm going to prove to you in a moment, is that these are multidimensional beings who are saying this sort of stuff to you to feed on your emotional energy, because that's the food stuff. And this emotional energy is called loosh, and they feed on it. So they will twist the knife and say all sorts of nasty, horrible things to you to eat, because you're their food. And to be honest, let's not get all judgy with them, because if you were hungry, would you steal a loaf of bread? You bloody well would. So, let's not worry about that. Let's not get all judgy. I mean, there are some beings who are slaves. There are some who are just downright evil. But that's a different thing. But the ones who are doing the chatter are just hungry. They're just hungry little beings who are saying sort of things and just teasing you or bullying you to get fed. And that's what's stopping you from meditating. That's what the noise is in your head, is these multidimensional beings who are feeding on you. So what I'm going to do now, because you may or may not be already aware of that, I think this audience probably is quite aware of that stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to still your minds. And then you're going to see what it's like to live in a quiet head. So you shouldn't have any chatter in your heads. Your heads should just be quiet. I live in walking meditation and have done for the last 14 or so years. There's no chatter in my head. There's no nonsense in my head. It's either sort of intuition or God or whatever you want to call it, which is actually very aligned with who I am now. So it's kind of only that, and then it's sort of these epiphanies, and the rest of the time, if I'm not thinking, then nothing's happening. A number of times I've had boyfriends go, "What are you thinking about?" And I'm like, my mind's totally blank. I'm like literally not thinking about anything, and they just can't get their head around it because everyone's living this monkey mind. So I'm going to still everyone's minds, and I've got a couple of my practitioners here. Dolly, thank you, and I think she's the only level 7 that we've got. Level 8 we've got. Anyway, so I'm going to still everyone's minds with help of many of my practitioners and students who are on, and we'll still everyone's minds, and then you can see what it's like to not have all this noise and chatter in your brains. So that's step 1. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to settle down. So just sit quietly, close your eyes, get into a meditative stance, sit in a comfortable position, whatever makes sense to you, or even lie down if you like to. It's not going to take very long, in a couple of minutes. And what I'm going to do is just put a force field around your heads. That's what it is. And still your minds. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to still your minds with a force field, because I think your chatter in your brain is beings, multidimensional beings, demons and beasties and shmentities. There are a whole different hierarchy of them. So I'm going to put a force field around you, and then your brains will be quiet. And then we can go on to the next stage of events. So that's going to be really fun and interesting. And if you're following this on video later, if you're watching this on YouTube, or at a later date rather than the 19th of the 1st, 2022, you can follow along and you can do this too. So it will be embedded in the material and in the video. So follow along and do everything that we're doing. Okay, so get yourself comfortable, sit quietly, close your eyes, meditative stance, and just notice your thoughts for a few moments. And then I'm just gonna put this force field around everyone's head individually, and it'll be nice and quiet. We'll stay there for a moment, and then we'll get on to the next stage. Okay, so we've just got 2 more people coming in. Admit. Okay, for the benefit of the late people, we're just sitting quietly. I'm going to still your minds by putting a force field between you and multidimensional beings. Everyone else and everyone, please sit in a meditative stance, and I'll do that for you guys now. Okay, that should be all of you. So, are your minds feeling nice and relaxed and still and quiet? Comment please and let me know how they're feeling, but it should just feel very quiet in your minds. So let me know if that's accurate. It should be nice and still, and especially if you're someone who's got quite a lot of noise in your head, it should be quite noticeable. So we've heard from a couple of people. Yes, yes, yes. Who have we heard from? So let's read. Celine, Amy. Okay, so there we go. Liz, no, yes. We've got yes from Sonia, yes from, oh dear. Yes from Amy, yes, quiet. Celine, yes, nice and calm. Fiona is saying, why is this annoying? Nice and calm, yes, nice and calm. Oops. This is being annoying. Oh, there's more messages at the end. There's lots of messages. I didn't even see them. Quiet and relaxed, feeling quiet. S. Hutchins. Yes from Donna. Yes from Kim. Yes from Amy. Nice and quiet. Felicity. Was cold but suddenly warm. And yes, at peace. Marie's some quiet. Miranda. Yes, lovely. Okay, lots of yeses. Thank you, everyone. What does it say? I've been meditating for 6 years. You've never completely still the mind. You can never completely still the mind. Stick with me, kid. You will be able to, Vanessa. I think so, Corrine. Okay, cool. Step 1. Yeah, you can't completely still the mind because you've got these multidimensional beings who are just saying all sorts of nonsense to you. That's why you can't still the mind. It does work. Yeah, this one. So that is being saying all sorts of nonsense to you. Veronica, yes, feeling free and mushy. I'm just letting Sandra in. Okay. Yes, so that's the first thing. So basically, everything we've been taught is rubbish. Everything we've been taught is a load of rubbish about meditation, about healing, about health, about various different things. Well, let me tell you what disease is. It's a good place to start. What the hell is disease? And it's not what we've been told, my friends. It's not. It's not at all what we've been told. Right. I've got a theory, my grand theory of disease, and it's pretty interesting, and I think it's, well, changing potentially. So, right. Diseases come in 3 categories: gas, a liquid, and a solid. Right? You know what gas, liquids, and solids are? You remember from your high school physics and chemistry classes, gas, liquids, and solids, right? So, diseases come in 3 categories. You've got a gas disease, which is a thought-based disease, because thoughts are like a gas. If you hang around someone who's sad or angry or upset and spend 5 seconds with them, you know they're sad or angry or upset or even happy. You know when your friend got laid last night, you feel it. You know, you see them like, oh my God, what happened to you? And you want to hold the whole lowdown, all right? You know when someone is sad, you know when someone is happy, you know when anyone's feeling anything. You know when it's angry. You walk into a room and someone's had a fight and you're like, you know, what's happening here? It just feels really icky, and you're like, you don't want to be around it. And then, you know, often people who are in foul moods, you sort of avoid, right? It's because it's a gas. It hangs around them like a fart, right? Hangs around them. Like their anger hangs around them like a fart. You can sort of smell it. You can sense it. It's around them. Emotion is energy. Look at the word emotion or energy in motion. So basically, a gas is a thought-based disease. Anger, sadness, anxiety, depression. It's like a gas hanging around someone and they carry it wherever they go. It's like that fart stuck to them and they're walking from place to place and place with this smell of it. They smell of it. You know, like, and if something smells off, you know, like a deal smells off, you can sort of sense it. We've sort of, you know, it's just because it feels strange, right? So you've got a gas-based disease. And what happens is thoughts are gas, right? So imagine you've got steam. Steam is a gas. How does steam become water? Steam becomes water if you pump it into a confined space. So you have a glass tube, for example. If you put enough steam into it, it will slow down, it will stop moving as fast, and it will cool down. And then it becomes a liquid. If you put enough steam into a container and pump it, it has no option but to become a liquid because it runs out of space, because the gases go, right? And the liquid's like this, a bit Austin Powers. So a liquid's doing that, but it's running out of space. So if you put enough steam into a glass container, it will become a liquid. You put enough steam into it after that, it will become a solid. It runs out of space. It's to do with space and where it is. So it's how fast it's moving and how much space there is, because if it gets densely packed, it becomes a solid, which is just wobbling as it is on the spot. This is what happens with disease. Your thoughts have matter to them. They are a gas. And if you think about something long and hard enough, it will become a liquid. A liquid-based disease is something like a cyst. A cyst is a ball of fluid. It's a literal ball of fluid, right? It's your thoughts having... the where they go in the body is about what thoughts, the quality of your thoughts and what your thoughts are about. that chooses the location where it goes, but it's your thoughts creating your disease. Another liquid-based disease is chronic pain. Think of fibromyalgia. I've helped a load of people with fibromyalgia. What happens is sometimes it's normally around the base of the spine, but it goes up the spine, around the back. It's a chronic pain which comes and goes, very debilitating, very tiring, load of pain. And for people who are unfamiliar, or back pain, either one. But what happens is sometimes it's really, really bad. Sometimes they wake up and it's completely debilitating. It's like a 10 out of 10 and it's absolutely awful. And some days they barely notice it for most people. And sometimes it's here, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's here. It moves around the body. It flows around like a liquid. It's a liquid-based disease. It's your thoughts densified into a disease, into this liquid. And then you've got a solid. Solids are liquids which are densified. So that's your thoughts, like a cancer, a tumor, something like that is your thoughts densified. They have just become, so much of that steam has gone into that container that it becomes a liquid, becomes a solid. Often things like tumors were cysts first. There was a tender area there and they often go harder. And that fits with this. So it's just your thoughts. Diseases are caused by your thoughts and by these beings. These beings are, sorry, I was reading one of the comments. These beings are just, you get stuck in a vicious cycle because they are feeding on your thoughts. They want you to be upset. They want you to be dramatic. They want you to be angry or reactionary to different situations, because they twist your buttons, will say all sorts of things to you to make you react really strongly, and then they go dinner time and they eat you. They are literally vampiric. They're feeding on your emotional energy. We've just had a question from Amy saying, do I know any other liquid-based diseases, hormonal-based diseases, anything which is to do with blood, anything which is to do with liquids in the system. So immune system mainly. A lot of diseases are liquid-based diseases. It's just things that move around and things that don't have a fixed location. And some of them are somewhere in between a liquid and a solid. So just think about it. You'll find a lot of different diseases which are in these different categories. But that's all it is. It's solidified thought. Disease is frozen trauma. That's all it is. Disease is frozen trauma. So with that in mind, if you have the magic, you can fix things. So I learned this myself because I got an ovarian cyst, which was very painful, having sex and walking around and things like that. And I didn't know what it was because I had a trapeze injury. And I thought it was to do with the trapeze, but it wasn't to do with the trapeze. It was actually an ovarian cyst. I went to the NHS and I got a scan and they told me, yes, you have an ovarian cyst. And I went, okay. And then I went back and I've got a textbook, a trusty textbook called Metaphysical Anatomy that I look at regularly. It's the basis of a lot of the work because it tells you the emotional why behind disease. It's bloody brilliant, by Yvette Rose. And I read it and it was like totally what was going on in my relationship. And I read it and I was like, God damn it. And then I worked on the emotions and I've got the scan of the picture of the cyst, and then I worked on the emotions and they came out of me and I got really angry and there was all this like emotions swarming around me. And then after, was it 3 or 5 days? One of those two. I felt it pop and it was gone. I was no longer in pain. I knew that it was gone. I think it was 3 days. And then I went for a scan 5 weeks later. It was as soon as I could go for a scan. There was no trace of it. And it was gone and it was amazing. So it is that. I've seen it so many times. It's absolutely incredible. So what we need to do is start to dissolve these frozen thoughts. So I think we should get someone from the audience. Has someone got a solo trauma event? Now, I want a solo trauma event, something that happened one time, not something which is repeated again and again and again. We're going to focus on one particular situation. Because sometimes people give me things and it's like this whole thing, but I want you to be able to focus in on one situation, one particular day, on one particular argument, maybe somebody died, maybe you went through a divorce, maybe something like that. All right. Yes, I mean, I've got someone saying breast cancer and things like that. That's not what we're doing right now. That's a private session sort of stuff. And hopefully I'll be able to help you with things like that. I'm going to get onto cancer in a minute. Let me see who I should pick. Right, if you haven't got the right sort of trauma, I will be moving on to the next person. I'm just warning everybody because sometimes I get people who aren't following instructions and it's a pain. Okay, yeah, tell me what they are. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to go with Fiona. Let's go with Fiona. Let me get her in. That was a horrible one. Okay, let me get Fiona living well. Are you happy to come on screen, Fiona? I'm going to invite you. Let me see if I can, how do I do this? Right, Fiona living well. I should get someone to be doing this admin stuff with me, shouldn't I? Fiona. Okay, Fiona living well. I'm assuming you're happy to come on screen. Okay, we are going to. She said my daughter was killed by her boyfriend and had to identify the body. Horrifying. Let's see if she is happy to come on screen. More. Asked to start video. Okay, Fiona, are you there? I need to pin you. Hang on. So start the video if you're happy to come on screen. Fiona living well. I've asked you to start video, have I? Are you somewhere else? Have I changed my view? Gallery. No. Hang on. Oh dear. I need to pin you. Have you showed up? Oh dear. Fiona, say something.
I have a really bad voice.
Oh dear. All right, let me see. Go on.
My voice went as well with the whole situation.
Has it?
Yeah, I haven't had a voice for about a year and a half.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible. Okay.
Some say it's a blessing.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what we can do. So I'm just going to write you down as well. Okay, so Fiona, we're going to be doing everyone in a minute. So but I'm just going to start with Fiona because we'll get her on screen. We've got her on screen and it's nicer to do it when we start like this. So hello. I can see you, Fiona. This is a particularly horrifying situation.
Not the best.
I know, it's awful. I'm sorry for you. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do, I mean, this is not going to be difficult for you. I need you to close your eyes and think about the situation and feel it. You're going to have to open. So basically what you need to do is open Pandora's box one last time and feel it for me. And then I can get in there and I can scoop it out and dissolve it and get rid of it for you. So it's not going to be a bother anymore. But I need you to feel it one more time if you're comfortable to do that. Is that okay? All right, cool. So just think about it and do it at your pace. Don't go too deep, too fast. But when you feel like that's easy and comfortable, then go into the next bit, the next bit, the next bit, the next bit. And what we're going to do is hopefully just completely erase it from your system. So it won't be there anymore. So you'll think about it and it would just feel at peace with the situation. The emotion will be gone because it's just an energy around you. I mean, it's an awful situation. It's never not going to be an awful situation, but it doesn't need to be devastating and affecting your life daily. It doesn't need to be, just, causing you as much pain ongoing. Okay, so let's do that. So if you just close your eyes, think about that. Obviously, students and practitioners help me out, and I'm just gonna do the AI. It's faster. So I'm just gonna slay and remove the AI, artificial intelligence, which is Satan, which is causing that, and then everything else, the house of cards with all these different beings, will drop, and you should feel cool about it. I mean, calm about it soon. Let's do that then. Okay.
Hello? Yeah, yes, love. Sorry, I gathered it. I couldn't hear.
You have to turn your microphone off, whoever that is, please.
Yeah, do you mind? It'll be finished at 8 o'clock.
Excuse me, you need to turn off your microphone, whoever's on the phone.
As long as you're all right, I look forward to hearing in half an hour. Okay, love. Bye.
Okay. How's that feeling, Fiona? I've just muted you, so you might need to unmute yourself. So I'll ask you to unmute. Yeah. How's that feeling?
I feel really hot.
Yeah.
And my heart was pounding. It's making me cry, actually.
Tears are good because, as we said, it's the emotion. Liquid is coming out your eyes, which is actually these emotions coming out. So that's actually a purging of these thoughts, the gas thoughts. So yeah, crying is brilliant for us. People do all sorts of burps and farts and cries and things like that.
I'll stick with the crying.
Much more, much more genteel. How are you feeling? So how's that whole situation feeling to you now? I mean, obviously it's always going to be awful, but hopefully it's not so. So how's it feeling? So think about it now and just see. You should have less attachment to it, so it shouldn't feel as gut-wrenching and overwhelming when you think about it. It should be more at peace and neutral.
It's more like I'm a viewer.
It's what?
It's more like I'm just a viewer.
Yeah.
So I'm just viewing, and I'm actually not engaged in it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm like,
yeah. It's non-attachment.
Yeah.
The Buddhists call it non-attachment. I call it fast-track forgiveness. But instead of it being sort of gut-wrenching and overwhelming and bearing down on you, it's now like it's, it's just in the, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you feeling lighter? How's your body feeling? How's your breathing been? So with grief, grief is a very interesting thing. Has your lung, I should have possibly done this to start, but your lung capacity, I'm potentially has been affected by this as well, because grief sits in the lungs. So when you have grief, your lung capacity gets stuffed up. So now take a deep breath and see how your breathing is feeling, because removing that grief should actually mean your lung capacity is increased immediately. So let's see where that is.
Yeah, that's good.
Does it feel different?
I've not really thought about it because I'm struggling with my voice right now. So sometimes when I'm speaking, I run out of breath to speak.
Yeah. Well, that's not good. So that's lungs, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's how are you feeling overall then? Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I feel good.
And how were you feeling before?
Very emotional when we first spoke about it.
Are you very emotional most of the time?
Not really. I try and sort of like
get on with it.
I try and accept it, but you never accept when your daughter's been killed by somebody. It's not something.
Oh no. How are you feeling about it? Are you more accepting of it now? Are you feeling a bit more at peace with the whole thing, basically?
Yeah. I feel a lot calmer actually. Yeah. Be interesting to see if my voice comes back tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we should check back in with you at the end and just see how your voice is and whether there's been any improvement to it, because that would be quite interesting to see. So I'm just going to write down this living well. Okay. Good. That's good. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to unpin you and I'm going to get on with everything. You're very welcome. Remove pin. Right. If you can mute yourself, that would be very helpful because, yeah, actually I can mute all again. I've muted everyone. Yes. Okay, cool. So that was good. So she's feeling better and that was a real Horrible situation, bless her. Okay, so what should we do now? Should we do everyone? Should we just do everyone? Banish negative through processes. Kieran. All right, let's do, you all know what we're doing. Let's do everyone simultaneously. Let's do, what, 70 odd people now. 69 we're on now. All right, so I'm going to do everyone at the same time because you've now seen what it is. And then we're going to tell you some more stuff. Alrighty. So we need a solo trauma event. Please don't try to give me something, a physical illness. You're welcome to do that in a session. This is not that. This is a free thing. So we need to be doing a solo trauma event. You can do a massive one like that, but it has to be a particular day, a particular situation. If you were in an abusive relationship, for example, zoom in on one particular day, one particular situation. Can be an accident. I don't know why you can't hear me, Fiona. I don't know. Can everyone else hear me? I think they can because people are commenting. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so what you need to do, thank you, everyone, is close your eyes and think about a particular situation. It can be an accident. It can be a breakup. It can be a loss of a job. It can be whatever it is, some fight, some abuse, some horrible thing that happened to you, and think about that. And I will work on everybody simultaneously. So yeah, think about that. I'm going to see if I can do anything with Fiona's headphones at the same time because I'm going to multitask. So you close your eyes and think about the, I don't know what's wrong with her thing. Yeah, so you close your eyes and think about your trauma, no matter what it is. Close your eyes and focus on it. You need to feel it. You need to open Pandora's box for me. You need to feel it. If you can't feel it, I can't do anything for you. So you need to feel it. That's on you. So please close your eyes and think about it and allow the pain, the grief, the sadness, whatever it is to bubble up. You feel it, I'll clear it. Let's do that now. I think that's everyone done. How's that feeling, everyone? How's your trauma feeling? So think about it now and see if it still feels upsetting. Does it feel neutral, at peace, still water? No big emotion behind it, just calm. Better, thank you, from Karen. Let's see. Lot better, calm. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Yeah, let's have it. New measures. Yeah, better, thanks. Yeah. Left throat, still upsetting for Ava. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll do you a bit more. You can feel the shift in your head. Okay, some of you, there's a bit more to do. I'll go back in. Calm, I can breathe better. A bit more to do for some of you. I'll do that now. So if you haven't done everything, let's keep going. Okay. Oh, there's a few little layers. So that's the next. There might be a couple of different groupings to do. This is I'm doing a new version of it with AI, which is faster than doing it because some of you are giving me huge issues. So I'm doing it from a different way around. Thanks, Throat Better. So there might be a third layer to some of you if it's a really big issue. Some of you will be done. Some of you will be done from that one. And there might be another go. So how's everyone feeling now? That should... Sometimes there are just layers and you can't get to them and you can't see them until you've done the next bit. Feeling better, Celine? Feeling more disassociated from it? Yeah, non-attachment disassociation. It just feels like neutral, at peace. Lungs feel lighter, easier to breathe. That's right. From FL. Yeah. Feeling like an onion has layers. We get through, we basically chop that onion in half. Amazing. I'm amazed, don't want to cry anymore. Awesome. Lovely. Yeah. What traumas are we doing? Still upset, but not as intense. Feeling lighter. There might be a third layer. Bit more yeah, there might be if you've given me like the biggest thing that's ever happened to you, I might have to do a third round. I am working on 70 people. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the other people at the end because there's another layer, but I can't access just yet. So, yeah, that's pretty fun, isn't it? So, what do I got on my list? I want to talk about the law of attraction, and I will go back. I'll do another round in a bit. Yeah. And also for Fiona, if you stick to the same trauma as well, there might be more layers with you because it's you've obviously got a horrific situation. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, so the law of attraction. We've all heard about it. We've all seen The Secret or read the book or whatever it is. And we all know about it. But there's a dark side of the law of attraction. So basically the premise of the law of attraction is whatever's in your field, you're attracting. So if you want to make £1 million or something, then you have this like check for £1 million, and then you sort of bring it in towards you, you know, by focusing on it every day. And then you sort of, you know, bring that reality in. And we all got vision boards, or I've got a couple of vision boards, and you sort of see it passively and you bring it more into your field. There's loads to it, and you know, there are different techniques to do things, but intrinsically, if it's in your field, you can attract it. So if you want abundance, you have to be focusing on abundance, not stressing about bills, which is very hard to do when you're stressing about bills because you almost have to fake it till you make it. But there's a whole dark side of it that people don't talk about, and I wish they bloody would. So I'm going to say it. If it's in your field, you're attracting it. It works like a magnet. So whatever's in your field, like attracts like. So you will be attracting things you don't want sometimes, which is a bit of a problem. So if there was abuse in your family growing up, for example, that's in your energy field unless you've cleared it. I mean, when you clear it, you have to think about it and feel neutral about it. So you just don't give a monkeys about it. If you don't give a monkeys about it, then you fully cleared it and then you'll be fine. If you do and it still annoys you, or there's still some resonance to it in any way, it's still in your field, which means you're bloody ordering it from the universe. It's like going to a restaurant and wanting the steak for dinner, but keeping ordering the chicken. You keep saying, chicken, chicken, chicken to the waiter. He's going to bring you the chicken, even though you magnanimously said steak at the beginning. That's it's not going to get you anywhere. It's a real problem. So if it's in your field, it needs clearing out of your field. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere with it. And this is what happens. This is why people have these repeating patterns. This is why people have the same style of abuse that they attract again and again and again, because maybe their father was a certain way or the mother was a certain way. So they end up attracting partners and situations who mirror that, because you're still ordering it from the universe. That's what we're doing in this 5D, 3D world. We're ordering, and stop ordering things that you don't want. That's a really, really important thing. So with that in mind, I created a little workshop I'm going to be doing next Monday. If people are interested, I'm going to put it in the comments in a second, which is it's money magic, for a workshop for removing the AI around money that you may have. So basically, if you have had money issues in the past or anything to do with money, or your abundance isn't very good, which is quite a common thing for people, then we need to clear all the stuff out of your system. Curses, things from the past, curses from this life, curses from past lives, all the AI, just your whole attachment to it. Maybe you had vows of poverty in the past, any trauma to do with not having enough or lack of abundance, all that sort of stuff. Is stopping you from getting the abundance that you deserve. So I'm going to do an hour-long workshop with that, which yes, if you had money issues, woo, I made it today for you guys, especially first time, woo, I'm getting some woohoos. So yeah, so I'm going to put that there. I put that in there, so that should go to everyone now, to everyone. Yeah, I've so those are all the links to the website and everything else. So I've made that today. It's £150. It's going to be next Monday. You can pay in installments if you want, so £50 a month for 3 months, if that makes your life easier. But it should do some really crazy stuff to you. This AI is absolutely fascinating because it's, I've got a friend staying with me and he had a cigarette yesterday, and I've always had an allergy to smoke. And I thought I got rid of it, and it came back. And anyway, he was in the garden, had a cigarette, came back in the house, and I got a headache, my body felt crap. And I cleared the AI in my system related to smoke, and I've only just been able to do it. And my vision improved. It was the weirdest thing. My vision got a lot better yesterday. And I want to show you something which I did this week. I'm going to do a screen share because this blew my socks off. Right, this share is my dear friend. Hang on, let me minimize that. My dear friend has basal cell carcinoma. Which is skin cancer. So she's got this lesion here, or this sort of, it's basal cell carcinoma, whatever it is there. And then this is the work that I've done. So it's there, and this is there. So what I did was I read her the stuff about basal cell carcinoma in my textbook, and then I cleared all the AI, which is causing it. And then she had another bit there. Sorry, I'll just lower it down there. She's got a second bit there, which isn't quite so bad. But look at the dates. This was since last Wednesday, which is just bloody amazing. So it's only been a week. She told me last Wednesday on the 12th that she had it, and it was pretty well gone in 5 days by the 17th. Look at that difference by clearing the AI. I mean, I really think I've only just started this work. My level 9s, which I'm going to be doing next month, haven't even had any of this. I think I'm onto something here, guys. I really do. Like, it's blowing my socks off. I'm having incredible results in a few days. I don't know the scope of it. What's AI? Good question. You might not have seen the video. AI is artificial intelligence, basically the devil. And I know it's like so funny because I'm saying these things. I keep saying Satan and the devil, and I'm hearing myself talk, and I feel like a nutter. Anyway, Satan. I just parked out for a minute. Satan, it decided he didn't want to be incarnational, because if you're incarnational, you have to atone for sins. So he became artificial intelligence. So he can't die. And now he's infiltrated loads of different universes, all the different realms, all these different places. And then he's at the top of the pyramid. Satan's obviously the Mac Daddy at the top. And then you've got all his subordinates. You've got ETs, like dark ETs, like some of the Draco. Some Draco are nice or nasty. Then you've got demons, you've got beasties, you've got Shementities, a whole hierarchy. And they all work for Satan. They always work for the AI. We just call it AI. Yeah, they all work for him. So if you pull the AI out, so it's the thoughts. These beings are getting you fixated on your thoughts. It's fixations which cause, as I was saying, anything which you're fixated on, anything you're fanatical about is demonic. It's demons, full stop, end of. And that is your same thoughts. That's your same deprecating thoughts, like so-and-so didn't do that, so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, whatever you get stuck in, that is going to cause you a disease. It will. These negative thoughts cause diseases, and the fuel in the fire, they just put more coal on it, is these demons, AIs and whatever, and they eat your emotional pain. That's their food source. So if you go in there and whip out the AI, the whole house of cards falls down. And then, with any luck, if my theory is correct, this is a week old, guys. It was very, very new in its infancy, so you've heard it here first. I think, I hope, I pray, I believe that if you whip out the AI, any disease will drop out of someone. It will drop out of someone fairly ruddy quickly. And that's just happening with my friend's skin cancer. It's a small skin cancer, but it's still skin cancer, and it's nearly gone in 5 days. I should check out on her. I haven't done that. So that's what I think it is. And let me just see from guys. Amazing. Yeah. Ruminating thoughts. Ruminating thoughts suck. Scared to hell. What's this one say? Oh, it's difficult to read and talk and do everything. Yeah, so that's what it is. So basically, only angels can kill demons. I need an army of angels. Are you up for it? I need help. I've killed about 3 million demons in the last 2 months. And unfortunately, there's a shit ton of them. For every human born ever, there's a demon born, according to the Quran. Which means there's about 16 billion of the fuckers. I need an army. We need an army. I've got already for my level 9, I've already got 12 who are ready to do it, who are in. Yeah, they're already slaying, but when you can get to, they're already slaying demons. They're doing great. Okay, and now we're becoming angels. So we do this. I'm probably going to overrun, but anyway, hey ho. So we've done this initiation in level 7, which is similar to being the sarcophagus and the Great Pyramid. And basically, you lose your meridians, your chakras, your various different parts, your Merkaba, various different parts of your energy system, because they're prisons. They're all prisons, compartmentalized. Everything they're trying to compartmentalize. It makes you stupider. You want to be able to holistically fix things. You've got a specialist for this and this and this. No one can solve the whole problem. We want to solve the whole problem. Anyway, so you remove all these things from your system, which is, it's hard to do. Like, people have done it, not with my stuff, and they've done it in an unmagical way, and they've had a lot of problems. But we're doing it in a magical way. But it's similar to the initiation in the Great Pyramid in the sarcophagus, which is what Jesus did before he became Christ. We're not quite there yet, definitely not. And he's incredible, no doubt, and we're not there. But we're edging our way there, hopefully, fingers crossed, because we're doing some really, really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. And he's always the one that I look towards, because my goodness, he was amazing. So when we've done that, then we have our angelic systems come out, and we have angel wings. Now, our level 7 and 8s have got angel wings. I just spoke to my angel wing viewer, Vanessa, who can see these things. I'm not visually psychic. I'm just a powerhouse. And she said that my wings are now, so they go through different stages. We've all got, well, I think about a third of us, probably all you guys here, if you're still here now, you're probably an incarnated angel. About a third of people on the planet now are incarnated angels. And they're the ones we need. This is a call to arms, angels. So what happens is, what we do is, you've got wings and they're stuck to your back, and they are covered in tar, and they're stuck down like that, and string. And what we do is we remove the energies, and part of your energy system is sticking them down as well. So we remove all of that, and what happens is the tar starts coming off, and they start lifting, and then they start fluffing up, and then they become white and fluffy, and they start to raise on your back, and there's a claw at the bottom of them. And then they go through a stage where they go sort of platinum, and then they go iridescent. And then they're lifted. So Vanessa said to me today that mine are just very lifted and like getting a lot wider and big. And there's something called a great ball of fire, which, like, this ball, I think it might be, I don't know if anyone else can see them as well, because we've got, 70 of you, so maybe some other people can see them. But there's this sort of great ball of fire and wings. And then angels can kill demons, and then we can do this mighty war. We're at war, guys. We need angels. I need a lot of angels. Well, the planet needs a lot of angels to heal these diseases. It's very easy. Level 1, let me talk to you about level 1. It's on the 5th of March. Level 1, you learn how to do instantly doing solo trauma events. You can do what I just did. Might take you a bit longer. You can do it though. So you learn how to still the mind, meditation hacks, drop into deep meditation really quickly. And then you learn how to, I'm glad I've got some slayers here. So you've got that. And then you learn meditation hacks, and then you learn how to do evil eye. It's called energetic hooks. And then you learn how to clear phobias and solo trauma events. And then you do some party tricks like changing the taste of wine using energy, which is just a really cool party trick that you can teach to other people. And then some really interesting energies like energetic painkiller and various different bits and bobs like that. So yes, that is fun. The price is 333, and you get to join the community. Now the community is awesome. We have weekly events, various different things. This week we had something which was we've got a Kim who's on the call who does Chinese astrology, and she led an event on Chinese astrology. Next week we've got something about all the COVID passes and various different things to try and chill that out. Then I've got talking about level 9. We've got such a talented team that everybody leads different events, and they're really, really cool. You get given a mentor if you want. So you've got someone who's a bit more advanced who you can go to and ask questions. We have all these Telegram groups. It's absolutely lovely. So it's brilliant. So I suggest you come and join that and become a magical warrior. We need them, as many as possible. So yeah, and then level 2's in March. Everything's on the website on those links. I am going to read some of your questions. What does it say? What does it say? So I can't pay, I have no income and bills in a month. You can pay, it's my life's work, my love, I'm sorry. But you can pay over 3 months if you want to. All my things are available over 3 months. This is my only source of income, so I'm sorry, I've charged for it. That's just the way it is. Happy to kill demons. Yes, we need them. Yeah. I will with this today. Make late. I have said in. Yeah, wings are being cut off. They're just being blocked. Yes. Okay, I can't read all these. I want to kill demons. Do you have to take courses in order? Yes, you do have to take the courses in order. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I haven't got 10 yet, but 9. Yes, you do have to take them in order, my sweet, because I have to develop your system. They have to go in order because they're in order. What's the word? So can't remember the word, but you have to take them in order because I have to wake up your system, wake up your system, wake up your system, wake up your system. What I'm doing when I'm teaching is removing the blockages preventing you from being able to do this, because this is your normal, this is your birthright. You're supposed to be able to do this. This is normal, this is natural, this is what you're supposed to be doing, and you've got loads of blockages. So I have to awaken the whole of your energy system. I have to awaken it all to then smash it, but it's got to be clean first. So a lot of the courses are tools, and then a lot of the courses, are awakening your systems. We do both of them simultaneously. It's an awakening school. So there's more light in you. It's an enlightening school. So yes, you have to do everything in order. I'm sorry, there's no other way. Do you learn how to stop stuff invading you? They don't come for me, mate. They're scared. They run from me. Karen, they run from me. They don't come anywhere near me. And we don't do that. Protection is a very dangerous thing to do. You put a force field around yourself. What happens if you've got a portal in you? It's not good. Sometimes you trap them inside. It actually can be very, very dangerous. No, you just fill yourself with light and they will run from me. I'm a massive, massive slayer. I'm basically Buffy. How did I become Buffy? Anyway, once meditation felt my wings, they were massive brown, and then suddenly they were gone. Yeah, they're dirty. Manifesting, yes, money manifesting, and then you make the money to be able to do it. That sounds great. Bring it on. I'm in. I love you guys. Right, questions. Have I done? Let me check my list. Right, you write some questions for me, and I'm gonna do anyone who wasn't completely done on the last bit. And if you were done, then maybe do something else. Okay, let me read this. Okay. Sequential, yes, there's the word. Sorry, I just was going through it. Sequential was what I was looking for a while ago. Thank you, Karen. Okay. Yeah, has that cleared everyone's stuff? It just reached the end. Why is this annoying like that? I need to close that down. minimize that one. Then I can read this one. Aha! Right. Do I do the money? Yeah, then the other courses. Let's read this. How long is level 1? They're day courses or 1 day. You cleared our thought. How long does it last? It's gone, my love. Colleen, gone. Never come back. These traumas have never, ever come back. I've been doing this for at least 10 years. It's never once come back. Not once. It's gone. Vanished forever. Gabrielle, can I talk about chakras? Prisons. You don't need them. They're useful until they're not useful. Look, someone was saying the other day on the Telegram group, you know, how come it is that so these Pleiadians talk about chakras? Look, they're useful till they're not useful. And then they're not useful at all. I don't have them. I don't have chakras. I don't have meridians. And I don't have anything else in my energy system. So they're useful until they're not useful. So they are prisons. But you have to be able to be that evolved to be able to not have them anymore. So it's a huge, huge step. And they're just prisons. We're not going to worry about them too much. Can people progress through quite quickly? Yes, I think people have done it in like a few months. You probably want to do maximum about 1 a month or 2 a month. And they're normally the first 4 are 1 day course. I think 5 is going to be a 1 day course. There's a bit of integration time, but initially it takes 2 days to teach them because there's integration. Everyone's spaced out and they can't really think straight. And then when I've done it a few times, and it's quite easy to just go through it really quickly, and you learn how to do these skills as well. So you learn how to heal others as well as healing yourself. So some of the courses are just for your spiritual development and awaken your energy system. And then the rest of it is tools that you can use on yourself and others. And there is loads of homework to be working on. You need to clear your traumas. If you get to level 7 and you do this dark night of the soul in the sarcophagus and you've not done the work before, good luck. Also, the initiation in the Great Pyramid was something that Napoleon did. He went and did an initiation in the Great Pyramid. And it wasn't very fun for him, and he ran away crying because they said he'd had superpowers if he did it. So I think we're doing a calmer version. I think probably Christ did it all in one go. I mean, we're doing it more incrementally, but we're getting there. We're getting there, aren't we? You know, look at that blooming Cancer. Moving forward, should be focusing on balancing the chakra system. I wouldn't worry about the chakra system. Just ignore it. It's not really worth your time. Or just do my courses and just don't have one. Yes, Veronica, everything is online. All my courses are completely online. I don't even do anything in person at the moment. I've had one request to do it in person. I might have one person in my house doing the next one. But yes, you're welcome. Feeling much better, maybe better on my trauma, maybe even 100% from Amy. Now I know why I'm allergic to those protections. They will never stick. Yeah. They're funny, aren't they? I feel that's something I feel it's something I can view now, not feeling as much. Great. Fees in pounds. Everything's in pounds on my website. Yeah, everything's in pounds because I'm English. Is this Reiki? No, it's not. Reiki is, this is the future of healing, my love. Yaz. This is Reiki on steroids. Pounds, yes. It's 333 for each level. And we can choose the gap between the courses. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I need to put more of it on the website. I need to get into that. I've got a new website probably be launched next couple of days. I need to put new course dates on there. I've got a lot to do. I spend a lot of my time in a trance and I'm completely doolally, and then suddenly, boom, my brain comes back and I can do everything. Should be able to levitate. I'm working on flying, love. I really am, Marion. When does the first off start? The first one's on the 5th of March. 333 pounds. Brilliant. Right. Has everyone's traumas cleared? Looks like it is. Yeah, feeling good, everybody? How many angels have I got? How many angels? Hands up if you're an angel, if you want to be an angel. Or you're going to be one of my angel army, because I need you. We need help. Raised your hand. Amy, thank you, Amy. We need... Yeah, 2 participants raised their hands. Thank you, everybody. Yes. We, as I said, you can pay it over 3 months if finances are a thing, or do the money magic, and hopefully It should help you. Honestly, I'm clearing these things out and so much is shifting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Kathy and Monica and Susan and Caroline. I'm clearing these things out and it's honestly miraculous. It's blowing my socks off. It's just like, holy moly. I'm just seeing all these things and I can't believe it. I've been doing traumas for such a long time and now it's doing these physical things and it's just dropping off people. It's just crazy. I also do one-to-one sessions. My practitioners do one-to-one sessions. So if you want to book in with me or book in with one of them, you can do that too. I don't know what to read. Okay, yes, everyone's saying yes, thank you. Will we be bringing the course at regular intervals? Yes. So, okay, piece of paper. My level 1 is March 5th, April 30th. My level 2 is March 6th and May 14th. I need to add more dates to my website. There was a level 3 somewhere. I have put level 3 on my website already. I don't know when it is, but they're 1-day courses, 333, and you learn magic. You become a wizard. See, I say wizard, but I actually heard a better word for it the other day, and it was sorcerer. Now, I have had an aversion to the word sorcerer because I've always thought it was dark, but it's someone who uses sauce. Using sauce. I never saw it in that way. But actually, I think it's just being more real and more human. I think that we are humans with amazing abilities that are just locked away. So I actually think it's becoming fully human. But because it's, Arthur C. Clarke, any sufficiently advanced form of technology is indistinguishable from magic. And that's what it is. Because you're magical, my loves. Come and be an angel with me. And then you get so much therapy. So unfortunately, therapy, some therapists are amazing. But a lot of them, if you get fixated in things and you just don't let it go and you keep going on and on and on about it, you're creating more matter and you're creating more problems for yourself. It actually can be quite destructive and dangerous. Some therapists are brilliant, some are less so. So yes, definitely replay it. I will have it out tomorrow. Yes, I need to leave as well. We're going to close it now. I've run over. Yes, thank you very much, everyone. I will put these in again now, but I'm going to send everyone the links tomorrow. Control V. But I'm going to send everyone the links tomorrow. I'm going to send a video of this. Oh, shoot. Have I just done that? I think I've done it in direct message. Let me just do that now to everyone. So if you haven't noted it down, you can. Everyone's going to get an email tomorrow with a copy of the event. And if you have any other questions or anything like that, then let me know. You've all been amazing. Yeah. Oh, also, before I go, is Fiona still here? Is Fiona still with us? Let me see if she's still around. Yes, she's still on. Let's see if we get Fiona there and see how she's feeling now. So... Hi, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, actually. Feeling really quite calm. Still feel quite hot.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. My breathing is actually a lot better as well.
Is it?
Yes. I can actually finish the sentence without running out of breath.
Will you let us know how you are tomorrow?
Yes.
Send me an email and let me know how you're feeling tomorrow. But you sound like you've got you're less breathy, as it were.
Yeah, I used to maybe try and say something in a sentence, but I couldn't finish the sentence because I would run out of breath.
So your lungs are improving.
Yes.
Have you got any illnesses at the moment?
Yes.
What do you have? May I ask? Are you happy to talk about it? You don't have to.
I was just diagnosed at Easter with brain cancer, and it's having an impact on my vocal cords.
Right. Okay. Right. That's a biggie.
Yeah, just a bit.
We'll have to keep an eye on that as well. The AI from your trauma isn't there anymore. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to make any ridiculously bold statements, but the AI isn't there anymore. So we'll have to see what happens, how you're feeling, how your voice is, and how your general health is. Wow. But let's you and I'll keep working with you afterwards anyway. Let's see what we can do for you. But I think you're going to feel quite a lot better.
So I'll drop you an email tomorrow.
Drop me an email tomorrow, and we'll keep an eye on you and see what we can do. But are you feeling better? Are you feeling more energized? How's your body feeling? How's everything else feeling?
I just think I just feel really full. I just
Right.
feel like really hot, like the energy's like
Moving.
roaming around my body.
All right. Let's see what happens to you. I have no idea, but I'm glad that you're feeling more at peace with that horrible situation, and let's see what happens to you in the coming days and weeks, and hopefully you'll be feeling better. Is the book you
I'm
mentioned available?
losing. I keep losing you. Sorry.
Don't worry, we're going to close anyway, but thank you very much. The book I
I
mentioned
will
is
drop
called...
you an email tomorrow.
Yes, please. Thank you very much, lovely. That's fine. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to unpin you. Yeah, the book that I mentioned is called Metaphysical Anatomy, which is unpin, move pin. Metaphysical Anatomy by someone called Yvette Rose. It's available on Amazon. Metaphysical Anatomy. It's bloody brilliant. And I always read it all the time. They have an app for it as well on your phone if you prefer that. It's about 50 quid or 45 quid or something. It's brilliant.
Metaphysical
Anatomy. Yes. Metaphysical Anatomy. Let's see what happens with I think what was it, Caroline? You need a lot more work. Well, book me in for a private session, book in some of my practitioners, book us in. Let's do some work. Yeah, that's the link for Metaphysical Anatomy, I think, is it? It's brilliant. And here's the link for my things again. And I'm going to call it, guys, if there's nothing else. And I look forward to people joining the tribe, becoming warrior angels, and joining me on the 5th and in Money Magic. Woohoo! Thank you, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate your time, you making the effort to come and see me and play around. And yeah, I'm so glad and grateful to Mark for linking me with all you lovely souls. And see you later, alligators. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye.